Hi, Sierra.
Hey.
Hi, Dustin. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
What's up?
Good. Hi, Tanner.
More people joining.
Yep. Morning, Sylvia. Morning, Michael.
Morning.
Hi, McKenna. Miss Gray, you're in control. I don't have control.
Okay.
Lighted me by the hand.
Hi, Azaria.
Yes. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We'll just wait another minute to get people in. Alrighty, we're gonna start with the warm up. So I will put that on the screen here. Ah, my nose is causing a malfunction. All right, here we go. This will be our last one this week. So once you're done, you'll need to turn those in. Make sure you have your caps and ends. I am not going to put this on the new 9 week, or I'm sorry, I'm not going to put this on the old 9 weeks. I'm going to put it on the new one. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'm just trying to wait to present it. The question is, what is the different types of adoption? So just give me your best guess. Leave Google out of it.
What do you mean, new 9 weeks?
Friday is the end of the first 9 weeks, so this is going to go on the next 9 weeks. All right. Got about a minute left. Okay, time is up. So go ahead and make sure those get turned in. Go back and double check that you have caps and ends and that you have a sentence there, okay? A list isn't a sentence. One word is not a sentence. Okay. I wanted to go through the A to Z because that will also be on the new 9 weeks. And I only have one group that basically turned it in. So I'm a little uncertain as to why that is. So if you want to put in the chat maybe why that is, or if you have a reason why that is, I would greatly like to hear it. So does anybody want to talk to that?
I was gonna say the only reason why I turned it in because I got my part done and anybody else wasn't getting theirs done, so I wanted credit for it. So I just
Right.
turned it in because nobody else was doing it.
Okay, I got yours, so you're good. But I'm talking about everybody else. Anybody else want to speak to that?
For mine, on Google Classroom, it said that I needed something from like, I don't know, I needed something to turn it in, like from Sylvia, because she did it. It's on her document in her drive.
Okay, and all right. So, okay, hold on. There's something coming in here. Okay. So typically if you shared it, the person who shared it should be the one that's turning it in. But if you are uncertain if that's going to happen, I would just maybe, if you can, make a copy of it and then turn it in just so you can make sure you got yours in on time. Ideally, yeah, I wanted them all done so then I could just show everybody's and by group so that, you know, we could look at one whole group A through Z. But if you are unsure whether or not you're going to be able to do that with your group member, I would just make a copy and turn it in. Okay. But I'm going to go through one of them because one group did turn them in. And so we're going to go and look at how that was put together. So let's go do that.
You're talking about my group,
I believe I am. Yeah.
but nobody, only a couple of them are done because not everybody did it.
Okay. I know. So I'm going to do what I can. Thank you. All right. Okay, so this is one group just to kind of give you an idea of how this was put together and how I wanted you to do that. So they're not all going to be done, but we are going to get a good sampling of what this group did. Maybe it'll cause some more ideas out there. Okay, so A, they use for absent parent, have no one to talk to, rely on friends for what they have to say, even if it's wrong. B, business problems, when you have problems doing business things when you are having kids. C, childcare, you might have to pay more for childcare. D, for diapers, they cost a lot of money. E, effects on media, makes you think that something is true, which it may not be true. It also glamorizes pregnancy instead of giving the real story. F, financial costs, so there's a little graph there and how hard it is to find jobs. You could also look at children aren't cheap. G, getting help, so you can get help from friends and family. Informal adoption, so there's one of the types of adoption if you didn't get that for today's warm-up question. O for options, and then parental absence and sexual abuse. Time, yeah, babies take lots of time. Uneducated, good. Y, youth. And Z, loss of sleep. So that was just one sampling. But like I said, I do need those to be coming in. And I think they were due last week. So get them in if you can, would be great. Okay. So I want to go back and I want to do our Sheila story, but I'm not going to do it in groups. We're going to do it together. So what I'm going to do is go over Sheila's story, and then I'm going to pull up the document, and you guys should pull up the document too. Okay. So let me grab the scenario, and then anybody that wasn't here last time, this is in Google Classroom, and it's under Sheila, and this is the one I want you to pull up is the scenario. Or
Wait a
you
minute.
or you don't have to pull it up because I have it right here, but just so you know.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, so we're not doing it in groups?
At this point in time, I think it's best that we just go through it. So
Wait, so should I just get up that should I just get out something like this and just follow along?
correct.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just recap Sheila's story. Sheila and her boyfriend have been going together for a year. Her boyfriend has decided that it's time to have sex and she isn't so sure. She really likes him, but she is worried about pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. These would really mess up her future plans for college, and she just isn't sure she's ready for the commitment. After all, she's not really in love with him. They are alone in her house, and her parents won't be home for a while, and he is putting the moves on her. What should Sheila do? Work through the practical problem-solving process using the guide sheet and answer the questions as they pertain to the situation, okay? So now we're going to go back to the template and you're going to open this document. So I need everyone to go do that. Open that document. Okay. Is there anybody that does not have that document open? Okay. So what I need you to do, and I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 minutes, is I need you to answer the first 4 questions, okay? So you're going to answer, what decision does Sheila need to make? What are Sheila's values? What's important to her, basically? What are Sheila's goals? What is she looking forward to doing? And then what other information might Sheila need to gather to make her decision? Okay, so let's take about 4 to 5 minutes, answer these in complete sentences, but answer them the best that you can, okay? So I will reconvene back here, or I'll, come in and talk to you at 37. So take about 5 minutes to answer those questions. I don't want you to leave. I just want you to answer those questions, and I'm giving you time to do it. So answer those 5 questions on the document.
I have to go lead the class because of
That's up to you.
the loudness is really hurting my ears, and I have an ear infection right now.
Okie doke. Just make sure you do this sheet.
Okay. How about the slides thing that says Sheila's
Yep, that
story?
I'll need
Is
you
that
to do that
possible?
too. Yep.
Okay. Bye.
Oh man, we're doing this on our own now.
Well, I'm doing it with you, but I want you to answer the first 4 questions right now.
Why can't we go back to the group thing?
Just answer those 4 questions and I'll show you what we're going to do next.
I don't know if I can answer these correctly.
Right now, there's no right or wrong. Miss Gray, can you mute that? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so let's answer this first question here. What decision does Sheila need to make? So somebody tell me what you thought the decision that she needs to make would be. Okay, somebody talk.
If she's ready to have sex or not.
Okay, so it's not crucial that you're writing exactly what I'm writing. I'm just trying to help kind of fill things in as we go. So you don't need to change your answers to fit mine, okay? I'm just trying to kind of guide this discussion. Okay, so what are Sheila's values? What does she value? Or what's important to her?
It's important to her not to get pregnant or get STDs.
Okay. Whoopsie. Okay, what else? What else does she value?
College.
Okay. Okay, what else? Does she value love? Is love important to her?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so excellent. If you had something like that, you're good. Don't change anything. Okay, so what are her goals? Like what does she want for her future? What are
She
her
wants to go
goals?
to college.
Yes, thank you. And what else? Have a loving relationship? Did anyone else think of anything else for that? I thought maybe having kids later in life. Okay, so what other information might Sheila need to gather? What did you think about that one?
Why he wants to do it.
Okay. I put, and if he has future plans. Okay. So there we go. So now we'll go on to the next one. Read through each option as a group and identify the pros and cons. Write at least one pro, one con on the back of each option. So what you got to do is scroll down to the options right here. And what you need to do for 5 minutes is give me one good thing and one bad thing if this decision was made. Okay, so we'll reconvene again at 47, but you need to go down and you need to go through and give me pros and cons for each thing. Okay, so take 5 minutes to do that.
I don't understand.
Okay, so what you want to do is a pro is something good about the decision and a con is something negative about the decision. So like right now, I'm working on this one where it says say yes if you use protection. So basically if she said yes, but said you have to wear protection, that could be her protection or his protection, depending on what contraceptive method is used. So I just said something good about that is the boyfriend gets his way and the decision is made. A bad thing about that is that it could cause a pregnancy or sexually transmitted diseases because contraceptives are not 100% safe. And depending on what contraceptive is used, that's going to determine that. So does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so I was able to get through 3. Put in the chat how many you got done so I can see where we are with that. So I got 3 done. Okay, good. So let's take another 5 and see if we can do 3 more, and that'll just get us that much closer. And then we can fill the rest of it out together. Okay. Ooh, Tanner got 6 done. Dang. All right. So let's do 40. Oh, let's see. 45. Let's do 40, not 45, 55. We'll get back at 55. Okay, so keep going and see how many more you can answer. I'm going to work on mine. Okay. I got 3 more to go. I assume that most of you started at the top, so let's just start there, and I'll type in some of the things that you guys said. So what would be a pro if she says no and breaks up with him?
She doesn't have to worry about.
Go ahead.
She doesn't have to worry about getting pregnant or an STI.
Very good. And then what would be something negative about that?
She could like really miss him if they break up or something.
Okay. Anybody else have something different for that?
Nope.
Okay, let's go to the next one. If she says no, if he really cares about you, he'll wait. So you say no, and if he cares about you, he'll wait. So what's something good about that? Anybody? You say no, and if he really cares about you, he'll wait.
They'll still be together.
Okay.
She doesn't have to worry about getting a STI or pregnant, and she leaves the decision up to him.
Okay. If somebody listens to your choices, what are they? What does that mean? If you are being listened to and they follow through with what your request is, it's a one-word answer. They're showing you what? Anybody? If you say no to somebody and they listen to your request, they are basically showing you what?
Respect.
Right. Let me ask you this. If you said no and they didn't respect your wishes, what are they basically saying?
They don't respect you.
Yeah, well, what else?
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. If you say no and they don't respect that, what are they basically saying about the relationship?
Relationships are not together.
Yeah, but aren't they basically saying that they're dating you just for sex?
Yes.
Because okay, so if you say no to somebody and they keep repeatedly pressure you, that is not showing respect. That is not listening to you. And if you look at all the reasons why you guys choose a relationship, whether it's a friend relationship, whether it's a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, respect and listening are those key components. So if somebody isn't listening to you, then that would mean that they don't respect you and they don't believe in what you're saying. And so I just want you to know that you all deserve the best in any relationship that you're in, and you need to be respected and listened to. And if somebody does not do that for you, then maybe you should look elsewhere. Okay? Because those are really important things in a relationship. And, they can't really survive without them. So that would be a good time to kind of reevaluate why you're in the relationship in the first place. Okay? Always put your relationship to the test because I think that's important. So what would be a con about that? If you say no and he really cares about you, he'll wait. What would be something, a con that you would come up with that? Anybody? He could break up with you, couldn't he? If you say no. All right. What if you said maybe later? What would be something good about that?
She has time to think about it.
Okay, good. And what would be a con with that? What would be something negative? What would be something bad if you said maybe later? Not now, but later. What would be bad?
He doesn't wait.
Okay, so he doesn't wait. So does that mean he is unfaithful?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfaithful is kind of an old term. How about cheats? I'm kind of old. Another thing too is that even though you delay it, isn't it possible that he's going to come back the next day and ask again? Okay, so say yes and you don't worry about the consequences. So did anyone else have anything different besides the decision then gets made? So you don't have to worry about making the decision anymore because you're kind of throwing all common sense to the wind. And then hopefully you put a con is that you could get pregnant and get an STI, and then your future plans don't happen. Okay. All right. I'm not going to show you the next one because I want you guys to respond. So he says they're having sex and physically forces her. So what would be a pro about that? That he's forcing you. What would be good about that?
I said that he gets his way.
Okay, and what would be a con? What would be something negative? What would be something negative if he forces?
Her future plans might be ruined.
Okay. She just found out that she's now in a physical relationship that could be hurtful and harmful. So a sexual assault has happened, which is a crime. Say you won't go all the way, but you will fool around. So what's something positive? Hello, what's something positive? I keep hearing you click in, but I don't hear you say anything. Azaria, do you want to comment?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
She can get more comfortable with the idea.
Okay. And then what about a pro? What would be something negative if she went all the way? I mean, sorry, if she fooled around. What do you think? Could it possibly lead? Okay, Tanner, go ahead.
Okay, first, you said pro again instead of con.
Con. What's a con?
That might not be enough for the guy.
Okay, that's true. You're right. And so he could push her, he might convince her that maybe they need to go all the way, or it could lead to that. It starts out innocent, but then it can lead to that.
Yeah, and it might not go so well. So.
Exactly. Right. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. You slug him for even suggesting the idea. So what would be good about that? You just use physical force. So what would be good about that? I like your silence because that tells me that you're thinking, well, what would be good about that? But, if we had to look at it, she's not going to be having sex with him, but what would be bad about putting her hands on him?
a sexual assault.
Okay, not a sexual assault, an assault, because she's not touching him sexually. She's punching him. So that would be a physical assault. Okay. And then let's say you want to talk to someone else about it. So what would you say would be good about that? If you're like, I really want to talk to somebody else about this decision. What would be good about that?
Someone can give her a more clear statement of what she wants to do.
Okay, and what would be negative about that, Gia?
They tell her yes, she should do it and like peer pressure her into it.
Okay. Or they might give her some wrong information, like it's not, nothing will happen, don't worry about it, everybody does it, that kind of thing. Okay. We got a few more to go. Let me get to my paper. Okay, so threatens to tell everyone how forward and womanizing he is. So what is a good thing about that? Anybody? If she threatens to tell people that he's forward and a womanizer? No one has an answer for that one? I put that it protects herself and others. A con, did you come up with a con for that or something negative?
I said it could start drama.
Okay, I put that it could, label him, he asked, asking somebody there's no issue there, he didn't force her, he didn't call her a name, he didn't tell everybody that she said no or whatever decision's going to be. So he could feel like he's been labeled, unjustly. We call that slander, where somebody spreads rumors about somebody that aren't true. So that would be a type of slander. What if you ran away? What would be a good thing about that?
She's getting away from the sex, like.
Yeah, so she's able to leave the situation. And what would be bad about that? What would be like a negative if she ran away?
She should get in trouble.
She could get in trouble. She's not really facing her problem. She's running away, and it will still exist when she gets back. It's just like someone that has alcoholism, they're drinking to suppress their feelings or emotions. And when they are not intoxicated, those feelings come back. Okay, so they're still going to be there, they're still going to exist. What about you tell him it's that time of the month? So what would be good? What would be something good about that? It's I can't have sex because I'm on my period. What would be a good thing about that? Azaria? Was that you?
No.
Oh, I thought it was you. What would you say as a pro?
As a pro, I said that she can get herself out of the situation or have more time to think.
Okay, what about the con? What would you say for that one?
It's lying and then when you are off supposedly your period, the question's gonna come back up.
Yeah, good job. Okay, let's say you tell him that you really want to talk about it more with him. So what would be good about that? You want to talk about it, discuss why he wants to have sex and maybe why you don't, or why, what your reasoning is. So I would say that, it's opening communications between people. And that's a relationship, being able to communicate and talk openly about your thoughts and feelings. And each of you is feeling listened to. What would be bad about that? What would be a negative? What do you think? Anyone have a negative for me? Sylvia, are you still in the house?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, well, what would a con be if it says, tell him you really want to talk about it more with him? What would be something negative about that?
Something negative about that is actually telling him you want to talk about it could anger him more, and he can just honestly physically assault you and then sexually abuse you.
Okay, and then something else to add to that is that he may, try to talk you into it, or he may not listen to you. And then that could lead down the same road that Sylvia was just talking about. Okay, so the last one is you say yes as long as he uses protection. So what would be good about that? What would be good about that? Sierra, what would be good about that? Is Sierra still here? Maybe not. How about Taylor? What would be good if you said yes if you use protection? What would be a positive about that?
He would stop bugging you about the situation, like stop trying to convince you.
And what about a con? What'd you put for that?
You might end up regretting your decision, or your plans may be ruined.
Good, thank you. It's like pulling teeth with you people. All right. So let's go back to our document here. And it says, after identifying pros and cons for each option, eliminate any that are unsafe. So let's go down here. Is saying no and breaking up with him illegal, unsafe, or what was my other option? Hold on. I gotta look at my options again. Impossible in the situation. So either tell me which ones you think are unsafe or illegal or impossible, or I'm going to go through each one and you're going to have to tell me which one is an X. So does anyone have any ideas right off the bat of which one is illegal, unsafe, or impossible?
Wait, hang on. So we're looking at these, and you're saying which one is illegal?
Yeah, which ones are illegal, which ones are unsafe or impossible?
If we're talking about illegal, says that they're having sex and physically forces her, that's sexual abuse.
Okay,
that's
that one is, okay, so I'm going to highlight this one in a color that's not considered positive. So let's just say
red.
Okay, perfect. All right. So that one's a no-go. Okay, what are some other ones that cross that line as well?
He says they're having sex.
Okay. Which one was that? I'm trying to... Is it one of the ones that we have?
No, I just read it wrong.
I was like, I don't remember that one. Okay, so the one that says you won't go all the way, but you will fool around. Just so you know what the law is, the law, it does vary state by state, but a common age of consent is 16. So if you have sex and you are not 16, you are not legally old enough to give consent. Okay? And that could be two 15-year-olds. Or if someone's 17 and has sex with a 16 or under 16, that is considered a form of statutory rape. Okay? So that is the law. Now, the problem with that is that some people do not report that it's happened, but it could be reported. So that means as a high schooler, if you are dating somebody that is under 16, you are not allowed to do any type of sexual behavior with them because that is in violation of the law. Does anyone have any questions on that? Okay, let me read the whole law because I cut it off a little short, but I want to make sure that you understand. So a common age of consent is 16. Engaging in sexual behavior with someone under the age of consent is illegal and will be treated as criminal sexual conduct. And we also, I'm sure you know, have a sex offenders registry, and you can be on that for up to 30 years. Okay, so this isn't something to look at lightly. because this could alter your future. So you need to be very careful. So this one I'm highlighting in red because you're not allowed to be sexually active in any form. And there's different types of sexual acts, I guess you could say. Okay. What about slugging him? Is that okay?
No.
No, that's a physical assault. Okay, so that's a no. Okay. What are some other ones that maybe they don't violate a law, but they're not considered a, a good which one?
To tell everyone.
Okay, yep, that's slander, and that actually you can get in trouble for that.
Running away.
Okay, yep, you aren't allowed to run away. Oh my gosh, Mike. I keep messing with this document. Okay. So, yep. And the runaway, that was down a little bit here. There it is. Okay, so that one's a red one. Okay, what is I have one more. And well, I actually have two more. One is in a relationship, you probably shouldn't do this because it's not gonna encourage honesty. Which one was that? Which one?
Saying you're on your period.
Yeah, so that means you're lying. And that's never a good way to be in a relationship. Lies don't make for a good relationship. And then there is one that I just put as impossible because you really care about this person and you don't want to break up with them. So I put that one as impossible. All right, so now with what we have left, what are the three that we're going to say we're going to use? And I believe that's in our documentation up at the top. So it says, identify the ones that we thought were ungood, and then of the remaining options, select 4 that are worth exploring and draw a star on these slips or highlight them. So we need to think to ourselves, what information might Sheila need to make a well-informed decision, and whom could Sheila consult about this or what agency? So let's just do this because we are going to be out of here in just a minute. But let's go back to the bottom, and you tell me what 4 you want me to highlight. Somebody give me one that needs to be highlighted. What needs to be highlighted?
Saying no, if he really cares about you, he'll wait.
Okay. Okay, give me another one. What's another one?
Say you want to talk to someone about it.
Okay, I'm trying to... Where was that one? Up at the top? I can't find it. Oh, right here. Okay, what's another one? We got to do 4, so I need 2 more.
Tell him you really want to talk about it.
Okay, so you want to talk to him. And one more.
Say maybe later.
Okay. All right, so that's what we're going to go with. What you guys can do it for homework is you can do the PowerPoint and enter all of this stuff in there. Okay, so your PowerPoint is kind of where you kind of minimize what we're doing into more a concrete format. So that's going to be your homework, is to do that piece of the PowerPoint. But we still have 5, 6, and 7 to do, and we'll do that the next time we meet. Are there any questions before I dismiss you guys? You have any questions for me?
Wait. What do you mean PowerPoint? I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, watch me. Are you ready? Really quick, Tanner. Hold on, I got out of the presenting the screen, so 1 second. Okay, so if you go into Google Classroom and you go into the Sheila's decision, right here is the template, and you just open it. And then you just fill it out according to what we just did. So let me show you what we did today so that you're aware. If you guys are done and you're ready to head out, you can. I'm just going to talk to Tanner for a second. As soon as this loads, which hopefully will be soon. Goodness sakes. Okay, so Tanner, decisions to be made. This was your number 1 on the worksheet, and you're just going to probably copy and paste what we talked about. And then Sheila's goals, we did that too, so you'll just copy and paste them over here. And then same with her values. And then information we need to know, so you're going to copy and paste that over here. And then this is where we came up with our options. So you're going to put our number 1 options and the pros and cons here. And I believe we did up to 4 of them, okay? So you should be able to get to slide 9 just by copying and pasting from the worksheet into the PowerPoint. Does that help you?
Yeah, but what about 10?
We haven't done that one yet. So we'll just wait till next time.
Okay, what should I wait? Should I wait till we do it next time to turn it in?
Yes, correct. Yep. So
what about the rest of this thing? Will we work on the rest later or next time?
Yep, we sure will.
Okay.
All right. So the only thing you have to do for homework is basically copy and paste from the worksheet into your PowerPoint. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck, and you can always email me if you have further questions.
Okay.
All right, you got this.
All
I'll see you
right.
later.
See ya.